Hello friends, welcome to the Trading Temple channel. Today we're going to analyze the ICP chart and we'll also take a look at the NEAR Protocol chart. As you can see, the crypto market has reached a point where everything has become quite stable over the past few days. As you can see, in the last 5 or 6 days, ICP's price has been pretty stable and hasn't changed much. But on the other hand, for example, Bitcoin has gone up from $80,000 to $92,000, but this hasn't had any effect on the altcoins, which is really bad. If Bitcoin drops back down to $80,000 and if its price falls, it will cause ICP and other altcoins to drop significantly as well. This is normal in a bear market. It's usually always like this. So let's look at the chart and see what ICP is doing. As I said, over the past 5 or 6 days, ICP has been pretty stable. It has broken through all the support levels we talked about. There was a very strong support around $6, which it broke, and the next support was around $4.50, which it has also broken so far. Now, if we switch to the 4-hour time frame, you'll see that there's a very small support in this area after it filled this gap. For now, the price needs to stay here to see how the crypto market reacts in the near future, whether it can go up or not. In the next move, ICP has a very strong resistance here, as I mentioned, around $4.50 to $5, which could make things very difficult for ICP in the first move. If ICP can move up to $4.50 to $5, it's very likely to have a small pullback here, and in this area, it needs to decide whether it can break through and go higher or not. If it can break through and go up, that's great, and ICP could rise to around $6 to $6.50 in the medium term, and then it should hold this area as a support level. That means the $4.50 area should be maintained as a support level. If it can't stay above the resistance we've talked about, it's very likely to get rejected and the price will drop sharply. The first place it could go is around $3.50, where it might do a backtest, then continue its downward path and head toward $2.50 or close to $3. The price could drop by almost that much, and this would be really bad for those who are short-term investors in ICP. The price of ICP could fall by about 25% if it loses these levels. For now, it's managed to hold itself steady here, but if Bitcoin makes a downward move, it will cause ICP's price to drop sharply as well, because ICP hasn't shown any positive reaction during the recent upward movement that Bitcoin has had over the past few days. And in this move that we talked about, for now, it's very difficult for ICP here. If we look at the daily time frame, we can see that all the moving averages for ICP are located in this area. That's why right now you can see that it tested the 50-day moving average but got rejected at this point. It's very tough for it here. The only way ICP can turn bullish is if it climbs back above this resistance, does a back test, tests it as support, and then continues its upward path. That's the only scenario in which ICP could be positive and perform well. In the current situation, ICP is very bearish, and the next target could be around $2.50 to $3. Now, let's move on to the NEAR Protocol chart. Let's take a look at NEAR Protocol as well. NEAR Protocol's situation is almost the same. We were estimating that it could return to this area and test it close to approximately $2.20 to $2.50, but unfortunately, NEAR Protocol hasn't shown any signs of being very positive, and there hasn't been any good volume to indicate that it can hold here and make a strong bounce. The bounce that NEAR Protocol has made hasn't been much. Roughly from this area to where it is now, it's only gone up about 4%, which is not a significant increase considering the overall market conditions. Personally, I still have some hope that maybe NEAR Protocol can come back, fill these gaps here, and go up another 10%, but that is just a possibility and not a certainty. But with this move and the structure it's formed here, it's going to be very difficult for NEAR Protocol to recover strongly. This is NEAR Protocol's last support in this area, and if it loses this level, there's nothing left to stop it, and the price could drop down to around $1, which would be a significant decline. It will be very tough for it to hold this support, especially given the current lack of positive momentum and trading volume. This is an 11-month range, and so far, it's been broken to the upside and the downside, and the first move that breaks downwards will be really dangerous for NEAR Protocol, and the price will drop sharply if that happens. For now, it's holding this support, but the structure it's formed doesn't make us traders very happy or optimistic. This kind of structure is usually called a flag, and these flags typically move downward, which is not a good sign for the price action. The only important thing is, if we draw the flag here, it's like a channel, and as you can see, this is clearly a flag pattern forming on the chart. In the next round, if we want to know how much NEAR Protocol could fall in the first move, you can take the target from here to here and place it at the breakout point, which gives us an estimate of the potential drop. If you do that, NEAR Protocol could fall this much, and in the initial move, its price could drop to around $1.50 if it breaks this trend line and channel we've drawn here, which would be a significant move to the downside. Also, this support here is very important. If it loses this too, it's over for NEAR Protocol, and the price could fall even further. But for now, it's holding up well, though the structure it's formed doesn't make us traders happy, and it hasn't shown any good moves or volume to suggest a reversal. As you can see, there hasn't been any big green volume to suggest that this protocol can move up in the short term to this area, which is concerning for bullish traders. But if NEAR Protocol wants to become really bullish, it has to break through these two boxes we've drawn here, which represent key resistance levels. The top of these two boxes is around $2.50, and it needs to break through this area to show real strength. In the short term, we can estimate that the price might come up to these levels and then get rejected, and in this area it can decide whether to go up or not, depending on the market reaction. But again, it all depends on the crypto market, and right now, the overall market situation isn't great. So there's a chance of rejection at any level, especially given the current bearish sentiment. If it comes up to this area, the chance of rejection on the first touch is very high, so traders should be cautious. For now, with the structure it's formed here, it's not a very interesting structure, and it doesn't inspire much confidence among traders. Let's see what happens in the next few days, but be careful. If it breaks below this channel, things will get very tough for it. And also this support level we're seeing here could be lost. That was today's video about ICP and NEAR Protocol. I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe, and don't forget, trading is never 100% certain, so always manage your risk and trade carefully. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.